call to reaction to Kalinowski versus Jeannine that I have been anticipating watching for days, but I had to hold off so I could react to it. I'm super excited, though. Are you excited too, Melissa?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like I'm the only person in the universe that does not know what this NUKE business is. I've been holding off, and Kelsey and I have avoided the live stream just so we could react for you fine people. So
Yeah.
you
And
can thank us later.
Live. We got to react live.
So now you have Jeannine winning the whole thing. So obviously you have Jeannine for this match.
I have Jeannine. Yes.
So I have Jeannine beating Kalinowski as well. But it won't surprise me if Kalinowski wins. But we both have Jeannine winning this match.
Exactly. I think when I first made my bracket, I was still of the, Mikey 3 belts mentality. So I had him winning. And then I came to my senses. And here I am now rooting for the right side and hoping Jeannine gets it. And I'm sure she will. So Are we ready to start?
I'm ready.
Excited. All right.
I am ready. The only thing about Kalinowski is his smack talk with Roca would just be
That
epic.
Is true. It would be a great match to watch. Either match would be a great match to watch. However, I want my girl to get it. So, All right, let me get this playing. All right.
Oh, skip to 1620.
Yep. There was a big, long opening to it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Took me a second to get it to the right spot. So we should be about there.
Bro.
And then, of course, that happens.
That's a really good spot. You picked a great spot.
Why is my internet being like this? Great. Oh my gosh. Are you serious right now?
Sitting here contemplating how much of a mistake it was for you to crash my interview.
Dude, that interview needed me, all right? Came in and spiced it up. I mean, what's it going to be like to be yesterday's news?
That's all.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? I've inherited Ben's internet issues. This is wonderful.
What you keep saying.
Or the ghost of Danny.
Write a speech.
Oh.
Hire someone to write a speech. I will refer you to people if you want.
You can't write. I'm busy watching movies. Well, listen, very busy. Got things to do.
Yeah, I got a sword right here, so just...
All right, look, I'm only leaving because you got a weapon, all right?
Yeah, okay.
I got movies to watch.
Oh my.
Great, wonderful.
You think?
Thank you.
James.
Rookies.
Ben is just so great that the internet cannot contain Ben and all of his awesomeness. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Oh, it's because James is in the chat, but his ego is just too much for my internet to handle.
It is the Schmodown Throwdown.
Ellis.
Mark Ellis. We are at
Beautiful shirt, Ellis.
Very last match in the first round of the Ultimate Schmodown.
I feel like he's like
and what a
50-year-old man who gave up.
It has
That's
been
his
thus far. The winner advances to round number 2 to join the other round 2 advancers. And
I need your sporty shirts back,
Then you talk about a live event. Two names,
that is not
two
true.
Stars in this league.
Garth,
Jeannine the Machine.
You are being
Mike
unfriended
Kalinowski.
officially.
Those are just two
after this.
interplanetary
See?
forces
He's not on
about
screen.
to collide here today. Well, they really are, because they've had a beef for a very long time. You know the history of what has happened in the past with the defunct. You had Miss Movies and Stacey Howard. Miss Movies jumped over to Mike Kalinowski. There was inner strife, and all this stuff happened with the Viper Squad. Mike Kalinowski blew them up.
Well, you're not wrong.
They had a match, and Mike won. And
we love James.
We love you, James.
Playing
but we also love giving you shit.
He is the Inner Geekdom champion. He is co-holder of the team's championship. He was a second away from playing Paul Oyama.
I mean, I feel like we really need to give. I feel like we really need to give James credit because he was on board for the Mikey 3 belts thing like early, like before. I don't think anyone expected him to get this far, and
that close.
James was on board early, so
the big
credit to him for that.
Manager Bowl or the triple threat.
That is true.
Last year's collision,
he actually converted me for a little while.
Day to day,
so I saw the light.
And when you are a competitor like that, you're looking for your moment. You're looking for that. If you're a running back, you just want to find that hole that's going to take you to glory. Having a live event, having something like this, the Schmodown Throwdown could be the announcement that Jeannine, the machine, has been waiting for. Like you said, in her way.
I wonder if it's not your internet. Maybe it's like
to wear a leather jacket and a lot of big belts.
Yeah, he's been playing really, really good this season. And the other big prize
not
here
on
is that
Wi-Fi. I am on Ethernet.
Winner plays the outlaw John Roca.
What a treat!
John Roca beat Rachel Silvestrini in a great match in the first round. Barely did it, but he did it. And now he waits for either the machine or Kalinowski. And that
I am unsure.
To play. Now, is that going to motivate Mike Kalinowski? Because we know that they have the big match in Orlando coming up on October 19th. And
Orlando,
once again, if you guys want to be there, you should be there. October 19th. And
we're going to be there.
You can be
probably go to a water
park.
Are
the tickets sold out yet? Or sold to the 500 that you have to get to?
I don't think it is yet. No, we got to get it up there because I got to be in Schmodown.
And Roca Merle cashing in its free
I'd probably give it away.
The SchmodownLive.com. You can get those tickets right now if you're going to be there. But is that in his head?
I wonder if he'd be allowed to give it away to a competitor.
To the rest of your schedule.
Probably not.
Where Jeannine has this match to focus
I don't know.
on. Yeah, I mean, look, you see it all the time in college football, and I think the Schmodown
I want
is exactly
Dan
like
Merle to be my
in a number of ways.
proxy.
I agree with you completely.
Jerseys.
So we are going to find out exactly how we got here in just a second. But I also wanted to let people know, because if you've been following the movie trivia,
345 tickets. So we're close, but not there yet. So
buy tickets for a brief period in time. Robert Meyer Burnett was the acting commissioner for this league.
It was the worst month of my life.
It was pretty bad. However, one day he walked into where I was sitting and he said to me, he goes, "Look, I got this thing and I want you to go for it," which I thought was going to be ridiculous. I looked at it and I said, "Let's do it." What is that? We've been calling it the NUKE.
Were you sober?
No. Okay. We were calling it the NUKE. You will find out what the NUKE
and internet. So this would be a great moment
is
for.
All right. So we are now.
We were.
Yeah.
That's right. But now we're gonna find.
Oh my gosh.
Out exactly how Machine and Kalinowski got here for their second match. Here we go.
This is it. This is the moment.
Happy birthday,
2
Christian.
years building up for you for this moment. I'm proud of you. But for me, it's Saturday.
5, 4, 3,
white
2,
bread.
and your winner by way of technical knockout, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
You wouldn't say no.
After Nashville, I'm on board with St. Louis.
Yep.
But Nashville.
Once we get Nashville, we'll spread the love after that.
What a miracle season by Kalinowski so far this year.
Getting closer to Mikey 3 belts.
Fans came recently, hey, Mikey 3 belts, and well, here I am.
Mike Kalinowski is now the third.
It's probably why my internet's not working. It thinks the same way, Danny. Mikey 3 belts.
Again, Mike Kalinowski finds himself face
No,
to
James.
face with Jeannine the Machine against
This match
My wonderful
is
internet.
not an indicator of how well you play. You seem to be getting stronger and stronger as a competitor. More active.
Jeannine the Machine takes the lead with that one.
You are open to a rematch, though.
Oh, definitely. Anytime.
That was a fluke.
Oh, Jeannine.
His victory. That kind of makes her the corruption killer. I set out last year to take an
Are you talking about
I
moi?
got it. Every time I open up, say what I'm going to do.
Is that who you were talking
You see what
Lucas
happens when
is in
you
the chat.
keep doubting.
Oh,
Lucas!
boo.
Sometimes we can make
And Garth, I've never had internet problems till this moment, so I have not tried that.
This exact moment.
This
What
is the
did
first
Garth
time.
suggest? Turning it off and turning it back on.
You can feel it. You can feel it. These two, I mean, a good point is made there, though, with
Jake, come on.
Me and the machine. That Mike Kalinowski's
Look how
trying to
nice I am.
go for that third belt. And not only is Jeannine trying to get the big win, but how great would it feel for Jeannine if Jeannine was the one?
Oh, there's a war going on in the comment section between our wonderful classmates.
If today is the last time that Mike plays in the singles division because of
Yeah,
Jeannine, I think
that
that
boo was
alone would be satisfying.
Oh,
it's a huge spur going on to the next season for Jeannine. And then you're right, just kind of stopping Mikey 3 belts in his tracks right there. And
no one attacked Lucas in our chat. He has been Bateman's best friend.
Orlando. I like both these.
He deserves your respect.
A lot, but Jeannine did something very nice for me this morning. She shows up to the studio, and I walk in as I usually do.
And
she gave me this, and this is much more than just a fashion statement. This is actually a wristband that is helping to promote one of our good friends in the movie Trivia Schmodown, Paul the Powder Keg Preston. His wife Karen is currently battling, bravely fighting cancer, and we have been given word that a Facebook
Cancer sucks. Yep.
group has started. You can make donations to help Karen and Paul fight this dreaded disease. I was talking to Paul about
Everyone is allowed to be
they're
wrong
both
every
in
once
very
in a
good
while.
spirits,
And
but
that's
he
just his
mentioned to
time
me,
being
it's
wrong.
like when you're fighting a battle like this, you need an army, and we encourage everybody out there to be a part of that
Low-key
army.
action army shout out. I heard it.
Yeah.
Facebook donation link both in the Movie Trivia Schmodown fan page, and I just tweeted it out from my personal account. So please consider giving something to the fight. Help join the army and be a part of Karen and Paul's fight. We love you, Karen. We love you, Paul.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Please go ahead and do that. All right. So no easy transition here, but we are going to get into the match. Mark, we have a tail of the tape. What do we got?
Jeannine the Machine. She knows her rom-coms. She knows her Brad Pitt movies, and she is very good at having a huge heart.
She does have a good
huge heart.
Aw,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
very true.
sweet.
And like the killer Kalinowski.
Not as big of a heart.
No, that's it.
No. Super nice guy, though. I do like him. Oh, and he's very good at comic book movies. We know his inner geekdom prowess, but the guy also knows his way around Jimmy Bond.
That is true. And with that, I ask you, are you ready to go?
I meant James Bond. Now I am ready, yes.
All right, then.
Facts, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmodown.
Schmodown.
Introducing first. Led to the ring by her manager, the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington, representing the Time Machine.
FYI, that thumbs down was for Jay and not
4
Jake.
defeats and 2 knockouts. She is Jeannine, the Machine. Listen to
My girl.
the audience.
Yay! Boo, Jay.
You're so beautiful.
Yay, Jeannine.
There's that now classic confident stroll.
Oh,
She's
that's
walking
cute.
A catwalk to an ass-kicking contest, and she is going to be the winner. Jay Washington can just sit back and give a grin.
She's become one
Jay
of our
Washington
popular
can do
that we
nothing.
have, and I will tell you also to have Jay by her side
I know, right,
This is
Garth?
something. This is going to be.
I love
you feel
Jeannine
the
so much.
energy
She's
already.
so great.
I mean, I was going to say Jeannine has gotten so good at performing live. It's almost like she doesn't need Jay anymore. Do you agree with that?
Oh, shots fired.
First of all,
I was gonna say it.
She wants me here.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Look at that look on her face.
Big difference. But you need
Yeah,
to change
that's a
that
lot.
shirt.
This is
We're not going to do this, okay?
This
It's
is
early
autumnal.
for some of us on the West Coast. On the East Coast, they waking up to breakfast and
How about
brunch
you
and
make
stuff
them, James, and then
and
we'll wear
realizing
them.
What the hell
Deal?
are you wearing? And it's weird. Christian has on the suit jacket. You got on something for Forever 21. Let's get this right.
Ellis just went heel.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
actually purchased at Forever 21,
That's
and it's
true.
not only representing the fall, but also the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, currently 4-0, taking on the Boston College Eagles this Saturday.
Nice.
What is this, an NCAA plug now?
And her opponent, representing corruption, led to the ring by his managers, Grace Hancock and the pit boss, Ken Knapsack. With a record of 6 wins, 5 defeats,
Jonathan.
and 4 knockouts.
Am I the only one who feels like they don't need to announce the managers? Like, you don't have to tell us led to the ring by blah, blah, blah. I just don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, sometimes it's a nice surprise too. You know what I mean? Like, oh look,
Right.
they showed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, it would cut down on the.
Plus, we know who their managers are, so you don't have to tell us who their managers are. We know.
Yes, it does.
Look at those 2 belts. Mikey, 2 belts. That's right.
Mikey, 2 belts.
Mikey's got both belts.
I honestly didn't think he'd ever get 1 belt, so, I mean, really?
Look at this guy.
He's exceeded your expectations.
1980s power suit with those shoulder pads.
Excuse me, can somebody get the geriatric man? He's looking too hard. He's going to have a stroke or something. I don't want to deal with
Whoa.
Wow, already going
And
out.
now we have
Yeah, that got no
Don't you got some
reaction.
Wendy's to sell or something?
All right, so
No
The
one
battle-
insults Ken.
between corruption and Jay Washington has been going on for a long time. Look at those belts. Because,
How are you?
look at Mike. Look at Mike setting
Like,
up.
when I'm rooting for Ken and Grace as, like, the
Mhm.
better option, that tells you where Jay
I was
Washington
expecting a little show.
stands.
Something. That's your thing, isn't it? Bits. You got bits and skits.
Bits and skits.
At some point, you
It's an
think
adjustment
Mike or
living
his
with somebody.
managers would have, like, a
It's also an adjustment to no longer live with somebody.
I wanted some bits
Right.
and skits from
Set
the
up.
two of you.
Well, but either way,
What are you, a
he is
57-year-old suburban housewife?
he is a team
I was
champion.
looking for some chuckles and some guffaws up here, some hijinks.
All right, we're gonna ask Jay Washington now. Jay's is walking.
I want
as
Jeannine to
the
win, but I would
This is
legit be
last
happy if it started with like a
match in the
-2
first round of the Ultimate Showdown.
penalize
The winner
Jay.
goes on to play the outlaw John Roca. Both
get him away.
Yep.
competitors have sat down. Mark, what are the rules for this match?
In round number 1 of this 3-round contest, the competitors, the field, will hear 8 questions from 8 different
Fact,
corners of
Danny,
movie
fact.
trivia Schmodown.
Hello.
Know-how. Each question is 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask a question, you have about 15
Jinx.
seconds to write down your best attempt at
Almost
an answer
jinx.
on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you by name or nickname to please
Are you
reveal your
playing,
answer,
Kelsey?
show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your best attempt at an answer.
I never
to the
like to know how bad I am
Penmanship
and see it
is
in
always
front of me, but
appreciated. I'll remind each competitor that you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3
what was
round
your reason for
match.
not
I
getting
see
to
a lot
watch
of
the
gold
match yet?
on
Just
Mike's
decided
side.
to hold
Jeannine
off,
has
or
some
like
gold
we had
on,
other
and obviously these leads
conflicts?
are so,
No.
I think it's
Decided to
time
hold
get-
off
All right, we're
because, like I said, I'm
Yes, Mike.
like the only
Are you
person who
ready?
doesn't know what the nuke is. So
Ready?
All right.
feel like
You
to
ready?
give the viewers an accurate like
Mhm.
Two
reaction.
Showdown!
I had to do it.
was very selfless
All
of
right,
you. I
crowd
had
here. Good crowd.
no
Good
nothing
crowd.
except for conflicts
Question
that led
one,
me to not
question
have
one
you.
in the category of fantasy
My son's
/
birthday.
sci-fi. Who played Princess Buttercup in 1987's The Princess Bride?
Movie. Can you name this tribute answer? Who introduced me to the film? Who demanded that I watch The Princess Bride?
Well,
in,
I was
in the
gonna tell you
2010.
5. I'll answer that later. 4.
Okay, good talk.
3,
I
2,
love Ken
1.
does
We
the
start with
news.
Mike.
Robin Wright.
Yes, and Jeannine.
That is an
Robin
accurate
Wright.
There you
twist,
go.
actually,
One.
Danny.
God, and nobody put Robin Wright pen. I was so
I
concerned.
played with the
was
chat to cover up that I
The
couldn't
answer's
remember her
Bonnie
name.
Summer.
It is our own Bonnie Somerville. Oh, in one lifetime in the Schmodown.
0-2. 0-2. You go next, my friend.
I'm just waiting for the dramatic pause.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
James got
And
trivia
we
right.
are into action adventure films. And your question: who played the vile President Coriolanus Snow in the Hunger Games? I mean, when you're starting to name kids Coriolanus, just go back to Bob.
Well, it's post-apocalyptic.
Just,
You know what I'm saying?
just go to Jim or John or something.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Yukon. Coriolanus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeannine.
Donald Sutherland.
Yes,
Donald
Mike.
Sutherland.
There we go. 2-2.
A voice I would buy orange juice from.
Question 3. Dramas.
Put it on.
Dramas. Who plays the ambitious young jazz drummer Andrew in 2014's Whiplash?
All right, I put you in a room with every musical instrument under the sun.
Oh my gosh.
Which one are you going to play?
Piano.
Have you ever taken piano?
No, my brother did.
Are you-
And brother
Was like a musician?
really.
Am I like
Apparently,
okay?
Lucas.
What happened to you?
The
5, 4, 3, 2. I can
the questions aren't on
One.
this
Hands
video.
down,
I noticed.
please. And we go with Mike.
Yeah, they
Miles
haven't
Teller?
added them.
Yes. Jeannine.
Miles Teller.
Tie game.
Tied at 3. Perfect round so far. As we move into your next category, these are movie quotes. Movie quotes. What 1980s film features the line, "Are you trying to tell me that my mother has got the hots for me?" All right, you said you're a great hummer, so show your talent. Hum a score, and I'll tell you what it's from.
Uh-oh, it's out of the bag.
Don't do crash test.
He doesn't know, though.
Bum, 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 bum. Forget it. 5. I realized in the middle of it.
3,
2,
2.
1. Stupid. You
You're
can't
like
ask
the
me to do that.
worst.
That was bad.
Jeannine,
Weird Science.
Mike Kalinowski.
Back to the future.
He had it. You were paying close attention.
Were you guys
Good job, Danny.
humming a little Alan
Melissa.
Sylvester over there, boys?
Just
Humming a little Alan
yeah.
Sylvester?
I almost, yeah.
Okay.
I changed it up in the middle of it.
No, that was
Okay.
clearly E.T.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. All right. Don't ask me to do shit like that. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. All right, here we go.
You're
Oh,
swearing now, too?
he's swearing now,
I'm a
too.
Wow.
dumb.
The old man finally
Stupid.
lost it.
I'm a dummy. I admit it.
Mark this day.
Viviani looked at me like a disapproving parent, and he had every right.
After question
all right.
4 on September 28th, the year of our Lord 2019, Christian George Harloff lost his mind.
Dumb me. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Get it back.
Again, every comment is right. All right, here we go. New releases. Number 5. New releases.
Swear
Who
jar. Yeah,
provides
where's
the
Emma?
voice of the title character in
Swear jar.
Detective Pikachu?
All right. I'm
Don't ask me
I'm
anything.
just going to vamp to the camera
Please.
and say you can get tickets for my show next week in New York City,
you
October 3rd, New York Comedy Club. Hey,
5.
sounds like some people are going.
4, 3,
MarkEllisLive.net.
2, 1. Pens down. We go with Mike Kalinowski.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, Jeannine.
Ryan Reynolds.
Got it. Okay.
I knew that one. I had a hard time playing along and paying
All right, we
attention to
move
the
on
chat.
to the world
I'm going to pay
of
attention to the chat.
comedies.
Ha, 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 ha. Ha.
All
right.
right. He asked for that.
It's my own fault. Who starred opposite Eddie Murphy as the character Lewis Winthrop III in 1983's Trading Places? You excited about the Eddie? Going back to
Yeah, and I like what he's been doing.
December
He's been going around
21st.
doing the rounds and promoting it. So
but not in comedy clubs.
No, 5, not yet. 5.
Still waiting.
I don't know if this
4,
is. I don't know if this
3,
is right.
2, 1. Janine.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes, Mike.
Ah,
Got it. Okay.
Right.
6-5.
Chris
Mike
Mike
hasn't missed yet.
Oh.
All right, next question.
I was like John Candy. I was like in that
horror/thriller.
general.
What 2019 psychological horror film was directed by Tate Taylor and it starred Octavia Spencer?
Speaking of
Oh.
horror, somebody at this desk.
Dang it! I need these questions on there. I can't like.
I know, that's me too. I'm missing it.
I
because
didn't
I can't
read
read it.
it. How much that
Shows how hard that is for the
Nothing. I
competitors
just
too,
watched
because
the
they don't get to
movie,
read
scared
it,
was mine.
so they have to
Right, submission 5.
really
That poor
listen.
guy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mike?
Ma?
Yes. And Janine?
Ma.
Got it. All right, so Mike Kalinowski. Mike Kalinowski is a question away from a perfect round, and Janine is looking to get herself to 7 points with this next question.
The Meatloaf. Your last question is in the world of animated movies drawn by hand or on a computer. And your question, who voices Poppy, the happiest troll ever born in 2016's Trolls?
This is not a Disney movie, so I'm
Now you can do that.
Sorry.
I've actually never seen this movie.
just guessing.
Good luck, Troll Dolls.
My kids like this movie though.
5, 4,
The rollerblader.
3,
Repeat
2.
the question.
Repeat the question. There you go. One for
Who
Janine.
voices Poppy, the happiest troll ever born in 2016's Trolls? Happy troll. Unlike the kind I come across on Twitter every day.
5,
Stop it.
4,
Stop it,
3,
trolls. Bad troll.
2, 1. Janine?
Anna Kendrick.
Yes. And Mike.
Anna Kendrick.
I love her.
From Mike Kalinowski.
Oh, perfect
All right.
round.
Mike Kalinowski hits a perfect round. So Mike Kalinowski will have this question.
He's off to
And
a
Mike,
good
you do
start.
not have to write this down, Mike. You don't have to write it down. This is just for you. All right, here you go, Mike. Here is your question for 1 extra point. Who directed the Mark Wahlberg war film Lone Survivor?
Danny
Nope.
Boyle? I can't remember.
Peter Berg.
1 more point.
Dang.
Point from Mike. 9-7.
I know it was the same guy that did like
Hits
the
all
the Patriot one that he was
perfect
in.
round
The
there. Mike
Boston.
Kalinowski having a hell of a
Mhm.
round thus far, but now we get to the wheel round where it could be make or break.
It really could, but I mean, look, Mike Kalinowski
That was
he threw a perfect
impressive
round and
round one
got
for
the
both
bonus
of
question,
them.
but Jeannine not blinking.
Janine's
Got
almost
7
perfect and
points.
he was
Just one.
perfect.
I mean, this is still anyone's match as we get into the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. On
Lovely internet. All right, let's see. Anything fun in the
that
chat?
there wheel, you're going to have 10 different categories from 10 different corners of movie trivia, schmodown goodness.
Precisely, Garth. Oh my gosh. So, how you liking the match so far? It's been pretty good. Come on. And we lost Melissa. Melissa.
And we also have what every competitor hopes to spin, spinner's choice, and fan favorite opponent's choice. That's always a rollicking, good, dramatic time. To settle on a category is worth 2 points. You have 4.
Yeah, I don't know where Melissa went, James. Let's find out. Oh, there she is. Welcome back.
Thank you.
She's back, Danny.
I'm
Everyone
back
can
from the
calm
dead.
down, relax. You're not stuck with just me while we wait for the internet to figure out what it's doing.
Like I was saying, I feel like Mike is gonna go first. No, I survived the snap. I did that quiz and I survived it.
Yep. I did not make it.
Aw.
But right side, I'm much younger than everybody else around me when I came back. So Mike's really doing good. We'll see how it goes. And I don't know what to do with the internet.
4 questions in each genre. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1, and I will remind the competitors that stealing is available in round number 2. So, Mike Kalinowski, you got 2 belts up there. You have a 2-point lead, 1 for each belt. Would you like to spin first?
One for
or
each
defer
belt.
to
Going first.
I'll go with tradition and go first.
Yep.
He's going to go first.
Got his thing. He's
Mike's gonna
sticking to
spin.
it.
Knew it.
It hasn't failed him,
Pegs,
so
please.
why change?
Jeannine has
He's
2
not a
big
gentleman
keys.
like
Mike
our
has
Ben.
all 3.
Nope, he is
We'll
not a
have both
gentleman like
have their
Ben.
Challenges. Mike's going to spin it. There's
See, we're gonna find some way to talk about Ben.
Solid spin.
Team Bateman.
Solid spin. You know he's looking for Bond. This is what he hit against her last time. Well, it was spinner's choice, and he took Bond.
I hope he doesn't get Bond. I want him to get something I actually know something about.
I know, right? We've also seen what he can do with Bond. We'd like to mix it up a little bit.
Against Bond, he's going to be in good shape.
It's
But
coming.
it looks like
It's a little too fast. It's a little too fast.
But wait.
Here.
Oh.
It goes around and hits Martin Scorsese. Is he going to go away from it? Is he going to push his luck, or does he go with Scorsese?
I think I'm the last person to pronounce it Scorsese.
Wow.
I think everyone has changed their pronunciation. Scorsese.
So here it is. Not going to be Scorsese.
Just there.
It's going to be Scorsese till I die.
And it was just a second away from hitting spinner's choice. You know, he would have chosen Bond, and it landed on Scorsese.
Right. He wants that James Bond category.
I do not want James Bond.
Goes
Looks
overseas.
like it's going farther
Top
away
secret
here. But wait,
missions.
but it's coming around.
Oh.
It's coming around.
It couldn't
It's coming
possibly
around,
happen
but
like this.
Nope. Are you freaking kidding me?
Again, he does that.
How
Okay,
does
well,
how does that happen? Oh my!
He does.
I won't be playing along. I'm just going to
I
watch.
won't be either.
because there's
Gonna smile and nod.
I don't want to hear Roka. I don't care. I spun again. I didn't get an opponent's choice. I didn't get spinner's
Hey,
choice. It's fate.
All right, here we go. So the craziness in the crowd already.
You're the bitches.
All right, here we go.
She can still win this.
All right, so here we go. So Mike, you get 4 questions. You got 4 questions in the realm of James Bond. Here we go.
Do you expect any less from us, Danny?
Over.
All
It's
right,
the
4
Ben Bateman
questions. You're going through
cheerleaders
a lot of different
reacting.
emotions
What did
right
you
here.
expect?
You got to choose a character. All right, here we go.
And we're gonna get banned again.
Question 1. Mike, what
Dylan,
famous
you cannot
landmark
host again.
does Grace Jones
Here we are.
jump from in A View to a Kill?
Eiffel Tower.
That would be the Eiffel Tower.
For 2 points.
You
that is correct.
got one question
All right.
right.
The Eiffel Tower, one of Las Vegas's best
See,
landmarks.
Melissa, you should do straight.
Question 2. The character of Pussy Galore appears in which Bond film?
Bye, Garth. Thanks for stopping by.
2 more points.
He's perfect through 2.
So far.
2 more questions.
In the Bond franchise, who was the first actor to portray M?
That's a good one.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jack Lord, B, Robert Brown, C, Anthony Dawson,
Yeah.
D, Bernard Lee?
No idea.
I didn't know these were even people, so
I
like,
know, right?
Is it Robert Brown?
A.
Bond is
Correct.
definitely a
Is it
big
A,
gap
Jack
for me.
Lord,
I've seen
B, Robert
Skyfall.
Brown,
I know I've
C,
seen
Anthony Dawson. D. Bernard Lee.
I don't even remember which ones I've seen, but I don't remember them.
That's incorrect. Looking for Bernard Lee.
Whoa. Could have been a big steal, but still, Mike Kalinowski missing a James Bond question.
Missed the Bond question.
That's right. All right.
That was a tough Bond question.
There you go. Okay.
But, I mean, maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't.
Golden gun.
That was easy. Why didn't they know that?
Manga's tiny assistant.
Nope.
Knick-knack.
Correct for 2 more points. So Mike Kalinowski.
That should be my new nickname.
Mike
Knick-knack.
Kalinowski, 15-7. 15-7. He misses 1 question, gives Jeannine a chance here to catch up because he did miss that question. Jeannine, you are going to spin. So if Jeannine,
it's an 8-point game here.
Yeah. So Jeannine's looking for romantic comedies. If Jeannine hits romantic comedies the same way Mike hit Bond, we're looking at a pretty damn close game.
There's the spin.
But that 2-point miss.
Beautiful spin, Jeannine.
It's a big miss, and it eliminates James Bond as far as a category that Jeannine could get stuck with. So she's looking at more of her strengths than weaknesses on the wheel.
Great point.
That's what I'm here.
So they're also looking for spinner's choice here.
Yeah, it's coming around. Spinner's choice coming in a little too hot, but we could be looking at 2010.
2010s.
Doesn't look like she's going to stick with it.
I don't like the
going away from it. Oh, Jay's coming in to talk real quick.
Jay Washington, never one to shy away from camera time.
Mark Ellis is my soulmate. That's just a fact.
I love them so much.
There it is. Does the respin. So this will be the final spin unless
I like that camera shot of the wheel. I got to tell you.
We'll have to respin again. Yeah. Round and round it goes.
Yeah, if it hits James Bond, then have to spin again. But what are we going to hit here? Look at this.
Jeannine coming sell at Modern Classics.
Goes away. Looks like horror
or Cameron
Diaz. That's big.
That's not bad.
Good, yeah.
Most of her stuff's rom-com.
That's one of her strengths.
That's right.
One of her strengths.
Cameron Diaz, yeah.
That's big.
Nice.
Yeah, big. All right, here we go, Jeannine.
All right, special treat here to ask the forward Cameron Diaz question. Please welcome. She's not here.
No,
it's going to be me.
Scott Mance.
It's going to be me.
I missed the Scott Mance. That would be
4 questions in the wild, wacky world of Cameron Diaz. Each one worth 2 points. Your first question.
All right.
Which film did Cameron Diaz and Spike Jonze work on together?
Being John Malkovich.
2 points. Yep. And she's off and running. All right, your next question. Who was Cameron Diaz's co-lead in the 2008 romantic comedy What Happens in Vegas?
Ashton Kutcher.
Love that movie. It's pretty cute. Oh, good.
Making a ball game out of this.
I'm waiting for the holiday question.
Tied with Mike Kalinowski going.
I love the holiday.
Favorite movie.
I love the holiday.
Cameron Diaz movie, I'll say.
Jeannine, your penultimate question in round number 2, the world of Cameron Diaz. In My Sister's Keeper, Cameron Diaz plays a mom named Sarah. Who plays her daughter Anna in the film?
Abigail Breslin.
Wow. We're perfect so far.
Go,
2 more points.
even Mike's clapping. Respect.
Jeannine is now 1 away from a perfect round number 2. There's no bonus question for a perfect round number 2, but it does give her the right to be tied.
Tie it.
Going into round number 3.
The right to be tied.
The right to be
final
tied.
Question. In Cameron Diaz's category, who played Cameron Diaz's sister Rose in the 2005 film In Her Shoes?
Oh.
Toni Collette.
Yep.
Wow. Yes. Toni Collette, really good at that unbelievable.
Tied up.
Great round.
No, the holiday question.
No, but that's okay. She's tied up.
2 points. James
Beautiful,
Bond
Jeannine.
James Bond, what more do you want? But then coming back with Cameron Diaz, she's been in a lot of romantic comedies, but Jeannine knows a lot of Cameron Diaz, both inside and outside of that particular subgenre. So we are tied going into round number 3. This is what you want for a pay-per-view Schmodown throw.
It absolutely was.
Yeah,
Mike said
this
it
is
too.
a good match.
Mean anything that he hit it. It's just we're tied up here going into round number 3. How's that go?
You think Mike talked himself out of answering all the James Bond
I don't
questions
know.
because he said it doesn't mean anything?
Right.
Well, we are tied, and in round number 3, this will determine the match, lest we go to sudden death overtime. In round number 3,
Thanks,
we
Danny.
need a series of numbers from each competitor's mind, then
All
lips.
right.
Those numbers will correspond to a different category of movie trivia showdown know-how. Your numbers can range anywhere from 1 to 20. The first number you give us is going to correspond to your 2-point question, and then you'll have a 3-point question, and if we make it that far, a 5-point question. So we are tied. Jeannine and Mike are deadlocked at 15.
Bonus
Mike,
question for an
since you're
8-point round
sitting
2
in
would be
that
cool.
chair with those belts, you are going to give us your 3
That would be cool.
preferred numbers first. What feels
Way to
lucky,
kind of
sir?
mix
Do
things
2
up a little bit.
12 and 14.
2, 12,
All
and 14
evens.
from Mike. And for the machine,
9, 6, and 3.
9, 6, and 3.
All odds.
4.
No, that's an even.
There you go.
That's an even mark.
For the machine, you go. We will go first. Machine actually goes first. I will ask machine
Have at it.
number 9. Machine number 9. Okay, you chose for category number 9, Cameron Diaz movies. All right.
And
Yeah.
bemused
Anyone
by
say it?
He can
That's
only
right.
can only smoke the luck.
All right.
Come
Here we
on.
go. 2-pointer. Cameron Diaz has played the role of Princess Fiona how many times in the Shrek franchise? 20 seconds to answer.
4.
4.
That's what I was thinking.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So now we bounce.
Jeannine has the lead, and Mike finds himself in the unusual position of trailing in round number 3, but he has a chance to even it up with his 2-point category. Mike, you selected number 2, and that is in the world of directors. And your 2-point question happens to be, how many Daniel Craig James Bond films
Oh my
has Sam
God.
Mendes directed?
You got to be kidding
Are you
me.
kidding me?
It's the way the questions shake out.
2.
That is correct for 2 points.
We both got what they
It's
spun.
an even slate,
Pretty much
17
almost.
apiece.
But now we bounce back to
Roughly.
machine. Number 6. Number 6, comedy. Comedy. 3 points. 3 points. All right, here you go.
Got this.
What popular 2003 Christmas comedy finally received a sequel in 2016?
Of course, my internet's being insane. Come on.
5.
Bad Moms Christmas.
Looking for a bad Santa. A bad
Ah.
Santa 2.
That's Santa.
All right, so now we stay with Jeannine. Oh, shoot, we go to Mike.
Going
go to Mike
back to Mike.
first.
Back to Mike. So, Mike, for your 3-pointer, you selected number 12. And I can safely say you're not getting a Jimmy Bond question. This is in the world of fantasy science fiction. So maybe you could get a Bond. For 3 points and a 3-point lead over Jeannine, forcing her to answer her 5-pointer correctly. Which MCU actress co-stars with Natalie Portman in 2018's Annihilation as the character Josie?
Tessa Thompson.
Haley Atwell.
3 points, and
All
Mike
right.
Kalinowski is in the lead.
No.
So Jeannine has to hit her 5-pointer to
She's got it.
force
She's got
Mike
it.
to hit
Come
his
on,
5.
girl.
If Jeannine hits her 5, it forces Mike.
I'm never going to host again.
However, if she misses, Mike Kalinowski will go on.
Oh, stupid internet. All right, I guess it's time to talk. Jeannine's got this. She's going to get her 5. Kalinowski's going
That's
to
right.
have a repeat of the
On to
Flash
play
Gordon
John Roca
scene,
in
and we'll be
round
good.
number 2.
Ooh,
All right,
hot.
Jeannine chose number 3. It's new releases. That's new releases.
Come on.
All right,
Got this.
here we go. In Hotel Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which old school comedian voiced Vlad, who is Dracula's dad?
John Lithgow.
Got repeats. You need a music.
That is like
5,
a deep
4,
I didn't say it.
3,
new release.
2.
Repeat the question.
Good job.
In Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which
I
old
don't know
school
it.
comedian voiced Vlad, who is Dracula's dad?
She still has one more JTE roll should she need that extra 15 seconds.
Come on, girl. It's in there. Come on.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one. Here it is. In Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which
Do you have any
old
guesses?
school comedian voiced Vlad,
Not
who is
even a little bit.
Dracula's dad?
I'm saying John Lithgow because I can actually hear his voice like being like that, but I have no idea.
5.
I don't even know what he sounds like in the movie. I
3.
didn't see it. My kids
Jerry
have.
Stiller.
And your winner,
No.
ladies and gentlemen, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. The answer was Mel Brooks.
Mel
Brooks was the answer.
I can see him doing that.
I wouldn't have thought that. Huh.
Nope, me either.
Oh, my heart hurts.
Me too, because Joe
Was the answer.
Washington's
Nice
on screen.
conversation here
Well,
between
my
the machine
finale
and
round,
Kalinowski.
final round is definitely not
And,
happening.
man, yeah, look, the number,
Ben still can do it.
it was well played by both. And look,
I
we
have Ben
have
going to the finals.
ourselves a Mike Kalinowski and Roka matchup, but Jeannine went out fighting. She went out
Okay,
fighting.
it's NUKE time.
Big scrap there. And look, Frank Janish on the Schmodown Rundown,
Big
I think
fan
said,
of Frankie Numbers, I believe, is his
me
given
too.
name.
But he said something I thought recently
I
on,
know.
and he said it on this week's episode, and he said it on last
She
week's
did so good, though.
episode.
I mean, she
Mike
was
Kalinowski's going through a
so
legendary
good.
run right now.
Okay.
There is a lot
Crappy round
to
3 question.
go into
Well, not
the
crappy questions, just
run, and one of those things is luck. There's no doubt about it. That doesn't
Didn't-
take anything away
didn't
from
have
the
'em.
competitor itself and what they're doing, but you need a certain
Oh,
amount
Christian
of luck
Jacobs is
that goes
back.
through it. I don't know if you get more of that than what Mike Kalinowski got in this particular match.
No, I mean, he got a lot of James Bond questions,
Yeah.
but as he'll tell you, as I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
We
fortune
still salute you,
smiles
Jeannine.
upon
Army
you, and then
salutes
you have to take advantage of that moment, because we've seen time and time again in the Schmodown how you can spin a category that you thought was your strength,
Right.
only to have that be the sword that cuts your darn head off. That did not happen with Mike
Nope.
today. Jeannine also spinning what I would consider a strength for her.
It was.
And
Yeah.
and in terms of Jeannine, I think you look at this as a match that should give her a lot of confidence as she looks forward to next season. Because if you can stand toe to toe
Yeah.
with somebody who
Oh
has,
yeah, she's
has
got
that
it next
much
season.
joy
Okay,
around
maybe it
their
didn't happen
waist,
this
and you
season,
can
but
look
next
them in the
season
eye
she's
and say,
got
I'm going
this.
to make you answer
She's gonna come
each
back
and every one of your
stronger,
questions, or at least most of them. I'm gonna get a
hungrier.
5-pointer
It's gonna be
for
great.
asking
Hopefully
because
she has a
it's
new
more than
manager.
relevant to the match. That is saying something.
Hopefully she has a new
Yeah,
manager.
absolutely. And it
We'll
was one of those
see.
things. Jeannine just played really hard. But look, now we have
Left side of the bracket
Jen
has
Sturgeon
everyone left that I went to.
talking to both Jay Washington and the Machine.
Well, maybe it will happen then, AJ.
Thanks so much, guys. Jeannine, I know you're disappointed right now, but you just went toe to toe with a guy that's got two belts sitting on the desk. So you have to feel good
Absolutely.
about that.
She
do.
did great. She's
I
the
really feel like I
best.
gave him a
I
fight.
love her so much.
I don't think he was expecting that. And I'll be back next season for sure.
Absolutely.
Were you a little nervous when he spun James Bond?
A little. I mean, his luck has been insane, so I wouldn't expect anything less. But then the wheel went in my favor as well, so it evened the playing field for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, you spun Cameron Diaz. Were you pretty stoked about that?
Jay is being
Yeah, I've
too
been waiting
quiet.
for a long time because I knew he wasn't going to get
Oh,
anything.
nope.
There we go.
Spoke too soon.
Did a prayer right before she spun the wheel a second time, and Jesus came through with a Cameron Diaz question then,
Aw.
and in round 3. All right,
Don't
amen.
Jay up Jesus for me.
And Jeannine came right back
I don't
to
know,
with
Matt.
the answers. So
Some
hats
new
off.
guy.
Yeah.
You start hanging around. I don't know.
Super exciting just to get an even playing field after that, because after the last time it was crushing. So
say something that a lot of people would not expect me to say right now. Mike, I finally will give you credit. I watched you sweat this time. You didn't think she was going to do it, but you pulled one out. For some reason, I think the wheel needs to be impeached.
The wheel needs to be impeached.
I'm calling a congressional hearing on the wheel. But I'm proud as hell of you. That's all I can really say before anything else. I know what this meant to you. I know what this meant to you. And granted, it's not a win, but you took his ass to the limit, and that's all I can ask.
Absolutely, girl. Made him sweat.
And that is not the last we've seen of Jeannine the Machine. We'll see you next season, girl. You've had a hell of a run.
Thank you. Thank you. And if I can't get a belt yet, I can at least look like one.
Damn right.
Yeah, girl.
Amen. Back to you guys.
All right, Class C in defeat, as always, both Jay Washington and Jeannine the Machine.
I'm looking
honestly.
into the Constitution of the United States.
Can you
to see
impeach
if
a wheel?
Can impeach
I don't know.
an inanimate object.
Not sure.
I will get back to you. Continue.
Well, look, man, and that is something. That match was great. It was a great match. They both hit their categories in round 2. Jeannine starts off round 3 by getting a Cameron Diaz question. Follows up, Mike gets a James Bond question. The randomness and the just in general,
That's
the
not
amount
the
of
wheel.
luck.
That's
No,
not
that's
the
just
wheel.
round 3.
That's round 3.
That's just round 3.
See?
And the way that they picked their numbers, that it just all seemed like it was just tit for tat, and then they were throwing big punches at each other. It just Mike landed the heavier shots at the end, and here he is now advancing to round number 2 to face a guy that he's been friends with for a long time and at odds at for a long time, and defending his team titles on October 19th. Roca and Kalinowski going head to head, but Jen
Drunk
Turner is
Uncle
with Roca
Roca.
right now. Here they are.
That is going to be a good match.
Guys, I think I figured out why Chance is always wearing sunglasses. It's because I am blinded by all of this gold over here.
How do you think I have such a good tan?
Absolutely.
Right.
She doesn't need anyone speaking for her. She
Up on my face
is
there. Looking great.
eloquent
I'm
and
taking
great
notes.
on her
I'm
own.
taking notes. Mike, congratulations. That was a fantastic win. She did take you to the limit, though.
You know what? You guys are out there. You're watching this slide. You've seen what has been building to this. We go at it. Tit for tat every single time. Every time I think I get her in a joke or a dig at her, she comes back, and I'm like, oh, man, she got me good. I was coming in ready for this. No, I'm not going to. She was phenomenal. This is not a round 1 match. This was like a 3rd round match in the tournament, how well she played. Yes, I was sweating, Jay. You absolutely were right. People asking me because they knew I was facing Roca after this. Who was I more worried about? Jeannine. She was out for blood. That's the last time we were together.
Yep.
And I was so. It happened to Bond. Yes, I was lucky on that. But then she leveled the field, and she did better than me. She had a perfect round. That shows what a competitor she is. So I'm not going to sit here and talk trash. I'll do that in about an hour online. But right now, I'm sorry, man. I skinned through that one. I had a great first round. But what I do is, I study my weaknesses. I'd never seen Annihilation. So what did I do over this time? I had some downtime between my matches. I watched a ton of movies that people think, they just think it's Inner Geek when I watch movies. I've been watching movies animated. I knew that Trolls question. So I know my weaknesses and I go forward. And now here with Roca. Outlaw, come out and play.
It just seems like you and Roca, though, have had this.
Very true, stranger.
This has been a long time coming.
Watching him play in these matches, it's like Tyson at the end of his
Mikey, no
career.
belts.
He's just like bobbing and weaving. They're trying to stay up. I think against Silvestrini, I was waiting for him to lean over the table and start biting her ear to try and win that match. I mean, this guy, and then they come back with it. Poor Dan's got to carry him to the teams, man. Now we got to do that, and I've got to embarrass them live for a third time. I mean, come on, Roca. But if you're glad for punishment, my friend, let's go step up to the plate. It's been a long time coming here. Long time. We're gonna have some fun with this match.
If that's who he plays against, yep.
Ken, I would say that he said everything, but I'm
see
sure
what happens with that.
To add.
Mike does not need my voice. Mike knows what he's doing. We are here as part of an organization, something which, by the way, Jeannine the Machine, I can't say enough kind words about her. She's a talented artist. She's a great personality. And Jay took her as far as he can go. But let's be honest, Jay's out here like an extra on a TV show trying to say a line in front of a camera to get his SAG vouchers. All right? You need to join a real organization, Jeannine, and we'll take you to the top. All right?
No
and as
erection.
far as Roka, we love you. You got a great career. But this is kind of like making another Rambo. It seems good on paper, and then you see it. All right? We're ready for it.
Grace, you got to be feeling pretty great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look, Jeannine is fantastic. We love her. I'm not going to talk any trash about her, but corruption is always going to be better. And you know what? Who doesn't love bringing Grandpa out to play? You know what I mean, Roka? Back to the desk.
Shots fired once again. And this continuous battle between the Horsemen and corruption continues now into round number 2. Listen to what we've
That would
got
be pretty cool,
already
Matt.
in round number 2.
Not gonna lie.
If you go to the left side of the bracket, you've got Ben Bateman facing Paul Preston. You got the kid, Stacy.
Do you think they're gonna let us be on that reaction?
The other side of the bracket,
Probably
you
not.
got Ethan Irwin
Like,
playing.
too much Team Bateman.
Now John
Let
Yeah,
it
we'll
chat.
blow
You
it
want
up.
Kelsey and me on the Ben Bateman reaction. Yay or nay?
Orlando, October 19th. There is a possibility that either John Roca or Mike Kalinowski will be playing twice that night if they are indeed in the finals of the tournament.
Wouldn't that be great? Because it's cheaper for us to fly them as opposed to it is for 2 other people.
Oh yeah, you said it.
Always thinking the
I guess,
logistics.
is that everything?
Mark.
Is that everything?
That's not everything.
It's not everything.
That's not
It's
everything.
not everything.
Because I did some research.
Yes.
Can you impeach an inanimate object?
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson tried to impeach a steel tip plow in 1860.
Didn't happen, no.
Didn't work.
No, I say that in jest because the reason why I wanted we
Come on,
said
internet,
beginning,
live
this is it's kind of a doubleheader, but not as far as matches go. But there was the match itself, and then the nuke. So what is the nuke? What indeed is the nuke? And for those of you just tuning in, maybe missed the beginning of it. Robert Meyer Burnett, he was the commissioner for 1 month. He approached me. He had an idea. He said, listen, this is what I think. This could shake up the entire Schmoedown. I looked at it and I said, well, with some moderations, I think this actually could work very well, but I have to talk to Mark about it. We discussed it.
We did at length.
We did, and we put it into play. So here is
we
what
go.
the nuke is. Next season, season 7, everything will change. Meaning there will be a full draft next season. And doesn't mean just factions. The entire Schmoedown roster of 115 people will be placed on a roster. There will be 10 managers. 10 managers that will have a spot, 10 different spots on their team. Things are being modified, but right now that is the overall idea. What you will have is a draft that you will be able to come watch live. You'll be able to watch that live. The managers, 10 managers who will be announced, will create teams. Single records will stay the same. Teams records will stay the same. However, they will also be part of bigger teams. For example, if Jay Washington is a manager and creates a team, calls them the Urban Gladiators. The Urban Gladiators will now be a full team that each match that anyone plays will count for the Urban Gladiators record. At the end, there will be a larger prize. Now, one of the other things that people ask is, what if you manage champions? Mike Kalinowski, for example, is the Inner Geekdom champion. If he is still the Inner Geekdom champion or team's champion by the end, Grace Hancock and Ken Knapsack will have the option to keep him.
If it said that, we would have
They
had
will
more
lose
viewers,
a draft
Jake.
pick by doing so, but they will
Just
have him in the
saying.
first round. There will be rounds that people will pick. There will be a full-on league. It'll be a team sport. Think about esports style. The Schmoedown in general will change, and a lot of drafting and I think cozying up will happen.
The E stands for electronic. Christian, you're right. We did have a conversation about this, and now I have some follow-up questions that I did not get a chance to ask you off camera. So let's do it live. So we have all these things that we love, and they're gone now.
Right.
Their records stand.
Not necessarily.
But they're gone.
Not necessarily. So here, that's a good question. So the champions will be protected. The team champions will be protected by their manager. If they
Noted.
The top 5 teams will also be protected, meaning this. right now, if the odd couple was picked, if Jeff Snyder was picked in round number 1, and Draco would automatically go with him. But the manager that chooses him would lose their first and second round pick.
I understand completely.
Now, for 5 through 10 ranked teams, for example, let's say the Scream Queens, if someone picked Kaylin, they would have the option to either keep Haley or not. Now, anyone ranked under 10, they're not safe.
Dunzo.
That's it. So there's going to be a lot, and more rules will come out. But you're going to see throughout the remainder of this season, you will see managers start to cozy up to
Thanks,
players.
Matt.
You might see some, because you're thinking right now, wait a minute, 10 managers. Who are the other managers? You know a couple of them, but there's going to be some other managers, new ways in general. Like, think about certain people that you might want to see a manager, or maybe you never thought could be a manager.
You think you're going to see some managers doing some cozying up to some competitors?
They better.
Towards the end of the season?
If they don't, I will be
I
upset.
think that's exactly what's going to happen, and I think
They're
that
one of the teams I would be
full-on
upset about.
draft, which you will be able to attend if you want to, will happen in January. So that's just the beginning of it. A lot to come. The Schmodown, the landscape changes dramatically.
That was the NUKE.
Next season, the NUKE changes the entire. Doesn't matter who's gonna. You might have a team that you know right now. They might not be together, or they might, and they might have a very different manager. Imagine Andrew Guy being managed by Tom Dagnino.
In a world.
Imagine all that. Imagine all these. Imagine Kevin Smets being drafted by Ken Knapsack and
Oh my gosh.
Grace Hancock. There's a lot of different things that could happen next season. And there will be trades available next season. You can drop players.
Holding the belts at the end of Spectacular and managed by one Ricky.
Fantasy teams will be bigger and better.
Like your take on that, AJ. Come on.
So
that's the NUKE.
Last question: how much of this was Robert Meyer Burnett's idea, and how much of this was your taking the raw clay that he puked up in your office and molding it into something?
98% of it was my idea.
That's what I like to hear. I'm going to rank my all-time favorite NUKEs. Number 1, NUKE will lose Tim Robbins and Bull Durham. Number 2, Duke Nukem. Number 3, this NUKE
I
that
hope
you have
so,
just
Danny.
created.
I hope so.
That was it, ladies and gentlemen. So, what do you think? Who should be drafted? What teams? What's going to happen next? You thought anarchy was crazy. The NUKE is going to change it all. But congratulations again to Mike the Killer Kalinowski. He faces John Roca in the second round of the Schmodown. And yes, he faces him again in Orlando for the team titles on October 19th.
I'm so excited.
Not only should you get your tickets for the SchmodownLive.com, you can also have a chance to compete in the Schmodown if you're one of the few that are there. You have a ticket. You'll be put into a fatal 4-way inside this. What's the raffle that we're doing?
It's going to be very exciting. You could win a trip to Los Angeles to compete in a Schmodown next season. Last but certainly not least, once again, we implore you, if you consider donating anything to the army that is currently waging war against cancer. Karen and Paul, they are stalwarts. Yes. They are going to get through this, and you can help them right now. Go to our fan Facebook page. Go to Twitter, my Twitter, the Schmodown Twitter. You can find how you can donate and help out Paul and Karen. We're sending all of our love your way.
Absolutely. Thank you to Mark Ellis. Thank you guys for watching live, and thank you to all the competitors and for our studio audience today. We will see you.
All right.
Okay, we're done.
Are we done? Is there a post credit?
I think we're done. I don't know. Let
me see the time. Yeah, we're done. All right.
Jeez. Okay. How do we feel about the NUKE?
How do we feel about the NUKE? Okay, first of all, I've had to not talk about it for so long that I am so happy I can finally talk about it because I've been worried I was going to mess up. I am excited. I don't know if anyone noticed, months a month ago or so, Nat and I called this. And so when I found out what it was, I'm like, we were right. And I was so excited because I was just like, just speculating, guessing, saying stuff. So that was fun. However, they turned it up to 20 when I was at like a 2. So it's going to be a million times even cooler than I thought it was going to be. Anything you want to see with the nuke? Any managers you'd like to see be managers? Any team ups you want to see?
I hope nobody is watching this that might be offended, but I'm not crazy about this idea. Only because, like, I like stability. Like, I hate it when people flip back and forth between, like, heel, face. I need, like, stability in my life. So, like, having stable teams is, like, what I need. So to, like, know that everything is...
Good job.
Yeah. I just, having everything shaken up like that is just like, I don't think I can handle it. Plus, like, I kind of like the idea of there being independent agents out there. Like, when Team Action was first around, like, I liked that they were an independent team. They weren't, like, a part of a faction. They were their own people. I kind of like that about Liz Shannon Miller. I like that they, like, are their own, like, thing and not, like, a part of a faction. So feels like maybe people like that are kind of gonna, not that they're gonna go away, but that kind of independence is gonna go away. So I'm skeptical about the nuke, but only because, like, my personal, like, I just need things to not change. I just need things to not change. So yeah.
Yep, I have a different view. I am excited. I love chaos and things getting shaken up like Snow Globe. I cannot wait to see who gets paired with who, the drama that ensues, who's going to be stuck together, who do not like each other, and they have to deal with it. I am excited. I am so excited. I can't wait to see what happens. I hope that we have some really cool new groups that form. I hope that maybe some reuniting happens between teams that were separated. Team Action, please. So I'm also excited to see some people step up and be managers that maybe have not been managers before and see how they do and how their players do, and we might get some pretty darn great managers for the next season. So that would be exciting.
Yep, it'll be interesting. It'll be something new, but I don't know. I'll have to wait and see if I like it. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yep. I'm also interested to see if there's gonna be like any like people you see that are surprised who they don't pick, or really surprised who they do pick. You know what I mean? Like, just I hope they do it at a live event, and if they do, I want to be there because that would be great.
Yes. So did the chat? Are they all pretty much pro nuke? I'm guessing.
It's looking like it. Let's see. I'd love a new Screen Junkies person as manager. That would be cool.
Joestar. Yeah.
Yep. Any other
fun?
comments? Yep, because that's one thing is that maybe someone also we haven't really seen, because they said the whole like roster. So people probably maybe we haven't even seen compete for a while might get not only brought back into the mix more, but maybe manage. And it's just gonna be interesting to see what they decide to do with it. Hot take, Roka is retiring and managing. I would love to see him retire. I don't know if I want to see him manage, but I don't see him fully retiring all on completely. What if the family adopted Shazam? That would be wonderful. That'd be, yeah. I love Shazam. I love their chemistry in the team. I hope they get to stay together, and I'd love to see them join the family, or I don't know. It'd be great.
What if Team Action reunited and said, screw this, we're not joining any of your teams, we're our own team? That would be great. Please make that happen.
We just want Team Action back. I don't know if you got that, but that's what we're wanting to happen.
Is anyone Team Melissa? Is anyone Team Melissa? I just need to know if I'm just like the only like stodgy get off my lawn person who just doesn't want society to change. Oh well.
Change is good. Change. Okay, change with anarchy is what got us a lot of really cool teams. Like, okay,
I know, but it also broke up team action. So technically, I don't think using anarchy is the best argument here because that's what broke up our parents.
I mean, okay, I see your point, but I feel like some furniture got involved and was really what instigated all that. And so if tables wouldn't have been broken and chairs would have been thrown, maybe we'd all still be happy to getting together. So we should really learn this furniture sucks. Under the family. Let's see. They wouldn't reunite, sadly, but maybe reluctant faction mate video. That is one thing I think would be great, is faction mates that don't like each other, or at least, don't like each other. Just the amazing pre and post credit scenes we'll get of conflict and Twitter and social media discussions and arguments. And I don't know, for kayfabe, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm pretty excited to see the.
If Rocha does come back as a manager and he drafts Andrew Guy, I would seriously think about like boycotting the Schmodown.
Are you serious?
I don't think I could handle it. No, I don't think I could handle Andrew Guy playing for John Rocha. No,
but
I would have to dump him. No, I'd be rooting for Andrew to lose because I wouldn't want Rocha to get any wins. That's not good.
Oh, okay, I see your point. But see, that's what's fun though, is because then you have that inner turmoil. But like, oh crap, who do I like?
Not inner turmoil. Nope, not inner turmoil at all. It's very blatant. I would root against anyone who's under John Rocha's tutelage. So
I mean, okay, if you are under, you root for Ben though. Like you're still.
I know
he's with
well,
Rocha.
yes, but only because I don't think deep down that Ben is with Rocha. He's my Snape. He's my Snape. He's not a Rocha guy.
Nope. But that's fucking Drew wouldn't be either. Could you see Drew like really enjoying being managed by Rocha? Like,
no.
See, so it's fine. You can still root for Drew. Let's see.
Easy. How do
yeah, you would be a great manager. That would
Doug,
be cool
if you use you have to use your first round pick for Guy so that Rocha can't get him.
Oh, this is cool. All right, let's see. Adding so many competitors has my fingers crossed for him. Yes,
truth.
I want Mance back in. Definitely. I miss him.
Is.
I would like to see him. There's a lot of competitors I'm hoping this brings back.
Yeah, I would like to see him come back. I would like to see him back in the mix. But yeah, I kind of thought we would see more of him this year. Just kind of but we haven't. And yeah, it would be nice to see Mance back. We need to hear that Cameron Diaz shout that no one else seems to want to do except for Mance. So
yeah, absolutely. I know he is definitely obviously missed. Like it's obvious he's not there anymore, and we need him back. So
I do find myself wondering, like, if there's like 10 different teams and things like that, like it's going to be kind of interesting to see, do they keep the same number of matches each week or kind of like the same flow of matches? Because I feel like that'd be a lot of competitors that to try to squeeze into a season. I don't know.
It makes, maybe we will see like competitors less often. We'll see more of them, like more competitors, but just less often. That's interesting. We'll have to see how that works out because, or maybe we'll get more matches.
Which would be great. Like I wouldn't mind seeing like maybe Mance and Bernardin or something like that. Maybe like people that aren't necessarily in like a title hunt or anything like that, but like are just like having like a match here and there. It will be kind of interesting to start seeing some of those matches that aren't like necessarily relative to like a belt. Because I feel like that's a lot of it is like the belt chase and things like that. It'll be nice to see kind of just like regular matches.
I agree. Like, okay, so I do feel like there's two different types of matches definitely short on. There's the race to the belt, and then there's just someone just wants to have fun. They're gonna play with their entrance, have fun with the music, and those I love those because they're almost kind of like a one shot to me. You know what I mean? Kind of like, so it's instead of a long storyline you have to follow. It's like, I'm just in the mood for a showdown match. I'm just gonna watch this one. And I would like more of those too, where you get to see this one person that you don't get to see very often, have a good time, maybe just totally kick butt, surprise everybody, or just have a really amazing entrance. And hope maybe we'll see more of that this season. That would be really cool.
Yep. So okay, I'm coming around to the.
Have I convinced you?
I'm coming around to the nuke a little bit. That's really the only saving grace for me, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So,
all right.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us.
Thanks for joining
on
us.
this interesting journey tonight.
My first time hosting live. This is an interesting, and I apologize for my internet as I did several times during the stream. All right, so Melissa, where can people find you?
On Facebook.
On Facebook. All right. All right. Well, you can find me at KelseyKins90 on Twitter and Instagram. I also run the Call to Action podcast on Instagram as well as our TeePublic. We have merch. Deck out your life in Call to Action. We may have some new designs coming out soon. Keep you posted on that for some new content we might be doing. Also, make sure to support, as we call them, our fathers with their Patreon, or the Action Industries Patreon, and subscribe to their channel. Make sure you're subscribed to Showdown. I'm sure you are. And also, make sure to keep an eye out for Matt and Caleb Graham's GoFundMe, raising money for sending them to Spectacular. I believe it was shared on the Movie Trivia Showdown and Collider Live page today. So donate if you can. It's greatly appreciated. And it's great having you guys, and see you next time. Oh, Showdown Nashville.